Alright, hello, I'm playing The Mummy Demastered for MilkBox, somewhere in Iraq. Not exactly sure why this takes place in Iraq. I thought The Mummy took place in Egypt. Basically, the whole plot of this is that you're Marines that end up going into this area, which I thought was Egypt for some reason, because I don't know, maybe because it's called The Mummy. But this is a super cool game. This is a Metroidvania game, and it's actually really unique in a lot of ways. This first chunk is really just them teaching you how to play the game. But the reason that I think this game is so unique is because it's not like most Metroidvania games. It's like a combination of Metroidvania and a roguelike. It's definitely like 10 times better than the Mummy movie starring Tom Cruise. And that itself is a whole conversation for another video, but I'll explain a little bit of that as well. All will die. Well, damn. No, no, no. Ooh. From what I played, though, this game's actually kind of challenging. Like, more challenging than you would think. Agent, come in, Agent. If you can hear this transmission, you're screwed. I can hate spiders in real life and in video games. God damn it. The aiming is challenging for me in this game, though. It's not easy. A big reason that this game is challenging, honestly, is because it's just like how you aim. Again, it's very old school, it's super arcade-like, but that's part of the charm, in my opinion. Screw you, I'm just running. Peace. Let's see, come on, hop up here, hop up here. No, 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 is that Anubis in the back? What the fuck? Alright, I made it. B, let me up. Whee! So that's not what happened last time. Last time, or when I first ran through this game, I died. And it still goes to this cutscene. But when I died, I turned into a zombie. Or I guess a mummy. And it's honestly like a really cool game. Again, like pixel art's good, gameplay itself is pretty good, sound, all of it I like. But it's based off the Mummy movie, the 2017 Mummy movie with Tom Cruise. Like, why? It's so weird to me that from that we got this. Honestly, I think it was originally probably a separate game, and then what happened was they probably realized that they needed to like funding or something. I don't know. There had to have been something that made them actively choose to make it the Mummy game. Like, I doubt someone woke up one morning, thought, hey, I'm gonna make the Mummy game, but it's gonna be this dope pixel Metroidvania roguelike game. You know, it's boggling to me, honestly. And here's the reason that the Mummy movie sucked, alright? The Mummy movie was part of the Dark Universe cinematic universe. Alright, it was from Universal, and it was their attempt to take on Marvel and Warner Brothers, DC. And their logic was, alright, how do we do this? We get Tom Cruise, we get our old properties, and we make the Mummy movie again. Screw you, Brandon Fraser, I guess. Leave here. Don't tell me what to do. There's a bunch of them coming out of this ground. Goddamn mummies. Yeah, they decided to try and, you know, make their own cinematic universe. In the first movie, which they've tried this multiple times, by the way. So the Mummy was, I don't know, their third attempt? And they just failed so hard. They tried to make it kind of like a shitty copy and paste of the Avengers, with Tom Cruise basically being their Iron Man. And then they had whoever the Mummy's name was, I guess that was going to be like, I don't know, maybe their Thor? Like a mix of Thor and Wonder Woman. And then they had this dude who was Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. For those who don't know, that's like a very famous book, and it's a famous character, but he's a dude. He was basically be their Nick Fury. Like, he was going to be kind of like the brains of the operation, because he's supposed to be super smart. It was supposed to be like a really weird, gritty Marvel universe, but it was just... I mean, it sounds as dumb as it really was. But yet, they somehow made this cool game. So, I don't know. It doesn't make too much sense to me how stuff like that happens. Again, you know, I assume it had to do with funding, maybe. Like, maybe this game couldn't have been made unless it was tied to a property. I don't know. And as far as I'm aware, this is the only game that this company has made. I'd have to check their Steam page again, but I swear that's what it is. Ah, that, no. No! Can I swim? I've never been this far. I've only gotten like 5 minutes into the game before, so this is all new to me. But what could have been, man, the Dark Universe Cinematic Universe, and I remember they had this photo. It was like a cast photo, and it's some of the worst Photoshop or just like overall pictures taken that I've ever seen. Because it's the main five. It was gonna be Johnny Depp, who was supposed to be the Invisible Man, before that got reworked. And it's him, the actor, Tom Cruise, the actress for The Mummy, and then the actor who was Mr. Hyde and Dr. Jekyll. And then, I don't know, there was probably someone else in there. I feel like there was one more person in there who I'm forgetting. Oh yeah, I think it was, not Benicio del Toro. I think it was Joaquin Phoenix, maybe? Like, there's a part where you just kind of see Tom Cruise as tall as the others, but the proportions on his leg make no sense. Like, the dude's probably shorter than me. I think he's supposed to be like 5'5". And they make him look as tall as the others. They tried to angle the Photoshop. I don't even think they were in the same room, honestly. Like, I think they just kind of did that, separate photos, and then they probably thought, well, maybe let's make it like this big thing where we have them all looking cool and posing, and it's just, God. I'm telling you, you give me $1 million, I could make probably a better movie than that Mummy movie. Okay, well, maybe $1 million is actually a little low. Give me $2 million, I can do it. Wait a second, I think that's supposed to be like pixel art of the dude who was Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I think that's who he's supposed to be. Again, he was gonna be their Nick Fury. Again, am I crazy? I thought the Mummy series took place in Egypt. Why are we in Iraq? I mean, it's been a long time since I've watched the Mummy movie, the Tom Cruise one. But I swear the Brendan Fraser ones all took place in Egypt. Yeah, I've been wanting to do more MilkBox videos and more SpooksBox videos, but I just have had, like, zero time. So being able to do this was actually, like, pretty refreshing to me. Because I also had other videos that I wanted to push out, but I couldn't. So, pretty happy that I'm able to do some MilkBox stuff. I had a lot of plans for MilkBox, and some of them fell through, as usual. Yeah, so for SpookBox, I did this. There's a few other videos I have planned. Wasn't I already here? Maybe not. And they're usually one-off videos that I do for SpookBox. It's not usually long series that I do. It's kind of just me showing some indie games, other spooky games. God damn it. Look, I never said I was good at these kind of games. I just said I like them. And this game's not that expensive either. If you think it's interesting, you know, I encourage you always I always recommend that you purchase it. You know, support the devs and all that. Especially because I believe this was an indie studio that made this. They just kind of had the license from Universal. But yeah, so a lot of the games I play on here are like old games or old-styled games like this. Because I mean, I bet if you told someone that this game was from like, I don't know, like the early 2000s, they'd probably believe you. No. God damn it. Let me up. How do I get up? God damn it. I'm feeling like freaking Crash Bandicoot here, trying to just get up the platforms and not die. Alright. I've killed most of those stupid crickets. Oh my god, there's still more. Oh, those things, I can break those? Well, that makes this a little easier. Okay, okay. I do like to just kind of watch, scary movies. I've been trying to watch some like older classic horror movies, which is kind of funny because by today's standards, I mean, a lot of that stuff is like not considered horror. I think a lot of it was just probably considered like action movies nowadays, like the new Halloween movies. I think they're more gory and like more, I guess, scary than the originals. But I really don't think a ton of people would consider it a horror movie nowadays. Alright, down here and to the right. Stupid crickets! Max health increase, just like Samus! I should check if this is on Switch. Because I would love to play this, I think, more on the Switch than off my PC. Just because I mean, there's a lot of games where I guess you could say I'm pretty into PC gaming, but that's more of like selectively just an easy way to play with a bunch of my friends. It's definitely not my first choice when I want to play something. Although since I've gotten my Xbox controller, after talking about it so much in random ass videos and just to friends of mine, I have been playing a bit more PC games, just because it's easier than using my PlayStation 4 controller. Get out of the way, crickets! Alright, now it should let me through. Shit, I should have saved. I'm going back. I'm going back. I'm saving first. Screw that. Alright, now what is this? What is this monster? Tom Cruise, what have you done? I sustain myself on the living, just like real Tom Cruise. I feel like they're taking more hits than they were before. Was that it? That was easy as shit. Can the crows just chill on spawning in? I guess not. I don't think they stop. What the hell is this place, by the way? Like, again, are you telling me all of this is under Iraq? Like, is this still Iraq? Am I in Egypt? Did I miss something? Ow. Acid. That's not even a mummy. That's just a skeleton. Again, if you just assume that this game is, I don't know, not in any way tied to the mummy, it gets significantly more interesting and better. Templar Knights, yada yada. Is this tied to like Assassin's Creed or something? Is this a stealth Assassin's Creed game? I just learned the other day that apparently Assassin's Creed was basically a ripoff of Prince of Persia. And by that I mean that it was the same studio, or I know it was Ubisoft that had the Prince of Persia games. But they didn't want to pay to renew their license. So they just kind of made it Assassin's Creed, like they made that up as a new franchise so they didn't have to pay the license. But from what I've seen, it plays exactly the same. And, you know, at this point, it's definitely evolved into its own thing, where it's almost like its own weird genre of game, just like that's a staple in the stealth games. But yeah, so it's just kind of weird to me that like such a huge franchise came from, you know, such a weird IP, Prince of Persia. If you thought this game was interesting, maybe watch The Mummy, or don't, because it's really just a 2-hour waste of your life. But the game itself is pretty fun. The game's pretty good.